Change is not always easy. It can be gradual, almost imperceptible, like growing older. Or it can be unexpected, like the sudden loss of someone or something very dear. It's painful, and the world seems to reel as what was familiar and safe and dependable seems to shake and quiver or even disappear altogether. For many, 2025 already feels like a year of significant upheaval and increasing uncertainty. Deepening anxieties about climate change, the continuing troubles in the Middle East, and the impact of Donald Trump's return as US president have caused ripples around the world, politically, financially, and in business and commerce. And the media, sensitive to every swing in the markets, every nuance of political announcement or dialogue, have done little to bring about a sense of calm and security in our uncertain world. So what resources does God give us with which to face such an uncertain future? Our primary resource is Jesus Christ himself. For when he came into the world, he lived in the world as it was, and not as he might have wanted it to be. God didn't wait until the world was perfect before he sent his Son. Rather, it was because the world wasn't perfect that he sent him at all. In fact, Jesus lived in a world very similar to the one we live in now, plagued by poverty, sickness, unrest, war, and famine. A world of uncertainty and appalling oppression. But Jesus wasn't satisfied with the status quo. He didn't retreat and batten down the hatches. Instead, he made people sit up, take notice, and discover his kingdom coming amongst them. But what other resources do we have? For the church is not a protected environment, cocooned from what's happening around it. No, it's very much affected and influenced by the world. Indeed, our prayer, our worship, community, and fellowship are there not to protect us or shelter us from multiple uncertainties. Rather, they're to enable us to stand firm, just as Jesus did, and confront the world with the values of God's kingdom. For God is constant, and all that we are is held within the compass of his love. Jesus Christ is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the one who makes all things new. Holding together God's constancy and the fast-changing, uncertain world in which we live can be an immense challenge. So, when the future feels uncertain, and even the things we hold most dear seem to be changing, remember, the only thing which doesn't change is God's love. For me, for you, and for everything he's made. And that continues year in and year out for eternity.